Once again, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to the third part of the PHP series. We have seen how to connect to the database. Then we saw how to insert into the database. Now we want to see how to retrieve from the database. So like the last time, what we did, we were able to open our database from the admin section here. We opened it up and we created a database called my training. Let's go through it one more time. Yes, we created a table called training, and we are able to install insert into the database this usernames and password. Now we have done this. Now we want to see how to retrieve all this username and password from the database. So the next step we'll take is what we open our VS Code. Once it is opened like this, make sure it is fully opened like this. Then you close this. Then you now find the path. You come here. You see, we'll open a folder. You go to PC. From PC, you come to drive C. From drive C, you come to XAMPP. From XAMPP, you open htdocs, and from htdocs, you create. This is the folder we created the last time. The folder like this, my training, and you now say add. Now the folder has been added. And the folder now has been added. Now we want to do the necessary details that we want to do from here. Like now we're going to start again from the beginning, creating my our connection like we normally create. And you come here under this folder. You now create a file called connection.php. Connection.php like this. It has been created, and we'll call in our PHP workspace PHP. Then you do this PHP. Then within the PHP workspace, we'll now begin to do our variable server name, which is equals to localhost. You do this and say username, username default root, $password, which within it's empty. Our password is empty, and you now say $db name, which is called by default my training, my training, like this. And this is it here. Let me show it to you. This is our default database, my training, and our table is called training. So I come here and I continue. Then I now come here and I do my $com. I say what equals to @mysqli underscore connect, and I now begin to call my server name, call my username, $username, call my $password, and $db name, and $db name. Then put my semicolon here, and now my if statement. If $con, $con like this, and the curly braces, echo what? Echo connected, my semicolon, then the else statement. So else we echo field. Echo field, sorry, echo field. FAILED field. Now everything is okay. So now what do? Control S. We just go to our browser and call the path, and we call here also localhost slash, let's check the path again, localhost slash my training, localhost slash my training slash LECT connection dot php, and see connected. So we are connected to the database, and we have already in our database we've already built a table called training, and we've already inserted into the database. So the next thing we want to do now, I want to see how we can retrieve from the database, how we can get from the database. So now we'll go to our VS Code. Now this is a connection. The next thing we create here now, we create another file, and maybe we'll call it get.php. You can call your file any name. Once you get your get.php, the first thing you first of all do, you create your PHP workspace, PHP workspace. Once you have done that, then the next thing you do, you require this connection. This connection is what is linking us to the database. So we have to require that connection in our get. So without now do the rest thing, you can either use the include keyword or the required keyword. Let's say the required like this, and I do this, and now come and I say connection.php. Now we have required it now in our workspace. So now this one now, Control S, is now this page is now connected to the database. So the next thing we do now, we call in for our HTML template. We call in our HTML template, and from the HTML CSS series, what you do, you place your hand on your finger on your shift key and press 1, like this, then press enter to get your boilerplate. Now this is our boilerplate. Now we want to now start configuring how to get our PHP from our database. So normally I do my center like this. I come and I say slash center. Now I'm doing this because I want everything to be pasted here in the center. So I come inside like this, and I now create, first of all I create my div. Like this. I create my div like this, and I do, then now I create my table. I create my table, and I say table, like this, table, because the reason why I'm creating the table is that all what I'll be retrieving from the database will come into the table in the table format. That is why I'm creating the table. Then after I create the table, I do my tr. I first of all create the table header tr, and I close it to tr. I create my table header like this, and I press enter. I create my table header, then I press enter, and I go in like this. Now the table header Now I say th like this, and I close it with th like this. Now you know by default now when we created our table we are giving what we are given an ID, so we must always bring in this ID. Since the database gave us an ID by default, we have to bring in this ID first of all. So instead of just creating the username and the password, we have the word come and first of all create this ID. So I come here and I now say what the first heading will be seen will be what ID. Then let me just copy and paste, say Ctrl C. This will be our username, and this will be our password, and this will be our operation. So now I come here, the ID, then I say username. It's the heading, that is why I'm using capital letters. Password, and here I just put operations. Now once I am through with this one, now I have created the table heading. Let me just come and give it a border here, and I say border, let's say I give it 4 like this. Now I have created what this the table body. Let's see how it looks like. I come here now and I now say localhost. I say my training, my training / get.php. Let's see how it is. Oh, I'm getting, it said line 3. It's an error on line 3. We are not through yet, but now let's continue. You see an error in line 3. Line 3 required connection.php. Now let's continue. So now let's continue building the table. Now I have built the table. Let's continue. Then now I come here now and I write my PHP here. I come here and I want to write my PHP dollar, say PHP, and I do this dollar this. Now I want to write my PHP here now now we are using we want to get from the database. So the keyword we'll be using here now, we now say our dollar query like this. I say equal to, let me do this. I say now say select star. Select star means select all from training. Remember our backtick, TRAINING, from training like this with a semicolon. I say then the dollar result like this, and I now say what my SQLI underscore query. I do this, and then I say I call my dollar con, and what dollar query, this query here I call it the dollar query. I now put my my semicolon like this. Then I now write my if statement. If dollar result, then do this. If dollar result, then do this. I call I first of all write a while loop, because there's going to be a looping from the database, and I'll say while dollar row equals my SQLI using the fetch FETCH underscore A ASSOC. While I do this, I put my dollar result inside. I put my dollar result inside like this, and I now come and give it what a curly braces like this. Then now I begin to call forth my parameters. I say dollar ID equals dollar row like this, and I call my what, my ID. See, ID to a semicolon, sorry, to a semicolon, equal, and that's a dollar username like this, and that's equal to, and that's a dollar row like this. I call my square brackets, and I'll see what, username, and I'll call now my dollar password like this, and I'll do this, and I'll say dollar row. I do this, and I'll say password. Then I come here now, I put my semicolon here, then I now call, I want these things here now, I want to echo now, I want to echo them out, and now say echo, I do this again, come here, I do this, I now say echo tr. Everything in my tr, I want to echo it out, and I now say echo tr, and I come, what is inside my tr? I have my table th like this. I now say scope equals row, ROW like this. I do this, and I now come and I put what, dollar ID dot, another dot again, say dollar ID, and I close it with what, I close it with my th /th. I'm echoing it out now, and I now come again and I put my td now, the table data, the data that I want to get from the database. I call it here now td. I call it td, and I put my period. I do this, I'm coming, I come, I do this, and I put my period, and I come here now and I call my dollar username. I close my td /td like this. Then I now come, let me copy this one and do the password, Ctrl C. I come here and I do Ctrl V, and I put my password here. Then I now I do this. Finally, you can see that I used my operation here now, because I'll be going further from here to do update and the delete. So I just want to bring in what the delete and the update. So I come here now and I do this. I say td, and I close the td like this. Then in between here, I do this. I just come here and I do this. I want to call it the delete button and the update button. So first of all, now I now call here, and that's a button. I call the button. I do this, and I close the button. Then now, in between the button I do a href a href. I do this and I give this, then I now call what the delete dot php with a question mark, and I now say delete id, delete id like this, and I come and I say is equal to, and I come and I put my double dot here and I call my $id, then I come and I now put, I close it up, and I put delete. Now this is for the delete. I also do the same thing, the exact same thing for the edit. So I just copy like this and I put Ctrl V, and for the way I have the delete, I put the update. You can use edit, you can use update, and you put the update ID here, and you call this one update. I'll call this one update. Now you open the TR here, so you have to close the TR after the TD. You close it with a TR. I did not close mine with a TR, so I now come and I say TR like this, and I put this, and we're good to go. Let me see if there's going to be an issue. Now Control S. So let's go and check what we did. So you see error, call to unidentified function require. Okay, I'm coming. Let me, instead of using the require, I guess it's the spelling required, let me put include. Yeah, I can also use the include connection.php. let's say I say save, and I come here and now you can see we have been able to get everything from the database. Now if you come to the database here, if you come here to the database, you can see the first one is Austin. The password is 123. We have Bimbo 123 at 3245. Same thing. Then the last one is Joey 1234. Now if I come here now, you can see that we have it here now, Austin, Bimbo, then Joey 1234 now with the delete button and the edit button. But right now we have not configured the delete or the edit button, so they are not working, but we have been able to retrieve from the database. So now this is the simple code that you write to retrieve from the database. Now this is the code to retrieve from the database. Now we have actually retrieved everything we have seen into the database using PHP. We have retrieved it using PHP. Now brought it into a page, a browser page now. And now first of all create your table, then you write your PHP code inside your table to be able to retrieve everything that you have just done. And now I come here to call my include connection. So now my connection that I wrote here, now this connection now has been included into my page here now. And now when I finish now, this is the exact result of what we have done. So I want to say thank you very much for viewing this video and for staying and watching what we have just done. I will urge you that if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe, click the notification button and the like button, so that whenever I release any videos, you will be able to get them. Thank you very much. Now the next one we'll be doing going to update and the delete, so I will be able to update and also delete from our database. Thank you very much.